5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, and we are back. Yo.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
What's
so,
up?
where did we end? We stopped with, I believe, you asking if you can be employed.
Yeah.
Or, or where to
Something along
find
those
him.
lines. Yeah, that's
Yes, where to find him.
If you honestly find anything that's worth knowing, you can find me at the Stone Chapel. It's a headquarters for my garrison.
Thank
fine.
you.
Do we get directions to there? Yeah, just like from the front gate. No, in town. And been here like an hour? 3? Maybe?
He turns looking over at the unconscious Kenpachi. Fine. Nice big loogie splatters on his nose. If you move over past the Turnip Estate, it's about a 10 to 15 minute walk. As he takes the spit and like rubs it along his nose, or like the bridge of his nose. Past the museum. It's the big building made out of stone. The dome roof. You can't miss it.
Cool.
As he does the same like hand gesture over his underneath his eye and then over his head. As he stands up, wipes his hand on Kenpachi's cheek, and then starts heading out. As right then, Kenpachi, you feel like your gut got hit by a boulder. And then before you even have a respite to breathe, you got hit by another boulder. As you just lunge forward, awake and conscious.
As I gasp with there, I hold my stomach. I ask for Juan.
Where is my son?
What?
He's over in the corner right now doing the exact same thing you are, just has a hand over his chest and just breathing, and seems very out of it and confused on how or why or whatnot. Also, you lean up in a cocoon of web.
As I worm over to Juan.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, Stonebreaker just leaves.
I'd be sure to stay out of his way.
I watch him leave. And then I avert my gaze over back to Kenpachi and I say to him, sorry. Kenpachi, where are you going? And I grab Kenpachi and I carry him like a princess.
I gotta make sure Juan's safe.
Who's Juan?
I'm Juan.
Oh,
Bloody beast.
he sounds alright. He's talking.
Am I one to think that you're the ones that brought me back? Or made me safe?
So Leona kind of nods, just back behind everybody.
Yeah, Kenpachi came here to make sure he was alright and then got tied up himself. So I gesture at myself and like the other two, came here and saved both of you.
You have my thanks. He says, rubbing his chest, and then goes immediately from rubbing his chest to stroking his fingers through his beard to comb it out.
So Leon, how we gonna take care of Kenpachi?
I hold up the half-burnt torch and start melting away the webbing like I did with Dorpy Dude.
Alright, so eventually the webbing burns off.
I just kind of say like this, and as I'm doing it,
I kind of like, whoa, you real smart.
So as you guys have this moment of finally being able to connect in a less hostile environment, you have a time skip as the four of you are sitting at a table, each with whatever refreshments that Juan was able to give you guys, each with a plate with a slice of bread on it.
And cookies.
Not cookies.
No.
As you now have this moment of respite to really digest what's happened within the short hour of confusion.
Daron, what we gonna do?
I think we should fly down to the bottom of the crater. I'm asking questions, try and find their leadership.
Fly? You're the
I
only
can't
one who can fly.
Well, that's your problem.
Can I ride you?
No.
I'm light as a feather.
Honestly, I can barely support myself with these. The
Not my
cannons
fault
look
you're fat.
impressive. Blink at you.
well, I guess
Fine. We walk down to the inside of the crater, ask some questions, try and find the leadership of... What's that race called?
we haven't gotten
What?
a race yet.
It's the same as you.
Delia.
No, they were using me as a. My assumption was they were using me as a general furred kind.
I thought it was actually Felia that was on the boat. Oh, fine.
So we go over there and question anything with fur.
Yup. We try and find who's given the orders down there. Ask them what they need blasting powder for. And if it's nothing important, just ask them to stop, I guess.
I think we actually might want to go procure some blasting powder so we have more of a reason to connect with the people.
I shrug. If you're buying.
We'll see what we can do. So I think we should probably make our way to to Lancaster's trading source.
Trading.
So Leon, how we gonna get lost in powder?
Buy it?
Or
I'll just take it
offer,
without not looking.
or offer to figure out who and why and how these people are getting in
Ah, I like it.
and
Use the
trade
bait.
for essentially our work and trade for and trade for something to get us down there and get them to say we'll go like here and
Well,
trade information, I guess.
Ah, bitch.
okay. So, but where do we start?
I look over to Juan
Who
and ask
is
where.
in the kitchen currently, looking like he's preparing some type of baked goods.
Well, are we within view of him in the kitchen?
It wouldn't be difficult to get in view. You'd have to just move so you can look past the entrance to see where he's currently tolling.
Anyway, I would ask him in however way I had to where the trading excuse me, do you know where the trading group is? Lancaster?
He rubs his chin as he turns and just has a smudge of some type of dough on his beard. Oh, you mean the Lancaster's Trading Goods and Emporium, Eagle Point Landing, right?
Yes.
As he turns and takes a deep inhale, turns to the batter and spits into it as he starts to turn around. Well, first off, why you want to go there? They're outright pricks.
Pricks that have blasting powder.
He
And
points
she
to
sighs
you,
kind
a
of
bag of
fruitlessly.
black-looking dots in a bag and tells you to bring it to him.
I carry it to him.
They look like little, rolled up bugs of some sort. He takes them, mixes it into the batter. It's like, well, I know personally last time that I was dealing with them, I was trying to get my ingredients and then they charged me about... Oh, I know, I've been working with this stuff for years. My father taught me. He dips his finger and tastes it and shakes his head. And his father taught him. And his father's father taught him. We know these ingredients to a point. Them trying to sell it to us for more than 200% of its original price, that's just straight thievery. There's no honor in that. Says, giving a big slam on the table, which is audible for you guys to hear in the other room.
She shakes her head and her tail flicks behind her.
He then raises his hand. Sorry. They rifle my beard. Turns around and starts stirring.
Understandably so.
Yeah. If you want to find them, they're near the middle of the city. They have a big sign. In common. Right, bastards. Putting up common signs and he just starts grumbling with himself.
Do they have... Is there another place to procure black powder?
He stomps and thinks. There was one guy. I think he's still in town. I haven't seen him in a while. He stopped coming by. He used to buy from there and then had stockpiles that he would sell on the side for himself. But it depends. He left looking for his daughter a while back. I heard he came back, but I didn't know if he stayed or not, so... If you would want to find him... He then turns and takes out a piece of paper and begins to write with this black chalk looking stick.
Right.
And starts to write out directions. Granted, he doesn't like strangers.
What's his name?
Lemmy.
Lemmy?
Lemmy. As he finishes
Well,
up,
perhaps if we bought some of your cookies and brought them over to him, would he welcome
you
us a
walk
little
into
bit
the
more?
kitchen. You walk because she's talking to him in the kitchen.
Oh, I thought she was yelling across.
No.
Yeah, we'll walk into the kitchen.
So you walk just to the doorway, and what do you say?
Well, perhaps if we bought some of your cookies and brought it to him, would he welcome us warmer?
Possibly. Honestly, I don't know why he stopped coming by. My cookies are awesome, he says.
Yeah,
as he
they are.
Takes the thing that he was writing with and just holds it in his hand and gives you the paper as he moves back to the batter and then starts breaking off the pieces into the batter itself.
Sounds so disgusting.
I take the paper from him. And,
As he then takes out a tube of this silvery looking substance that looks like it has some types of flakes in it and uncorks it and pours it into the batter.
what are you making?
Ah, my cookies!
Cookies?
Yes!
Her ears kind of perk up at the mention of cookies.
Family recipe.
It's been a
How
while
much-
since I've had cookies.
Don't do it.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Bugs.
Those cookies are worth it.
Totally off.
They are. They're super good.
As he starts to just takes his glove off, looks at it, sniffs it, it's like, ugh. Goes over to just a basin of water and just sticks it in there. And then goes to the dough and then starts scooping out handfuls and starts panning it on a pan. But,
So-
yeah.
Go ahead.
But like I said, he doesn't like strangers. Possibly if you bring him these cookies, I know it's his favorite.
If he's still here.
Yes. He would be the only other person I know that has enough. Well, I really don't know how much black powder that you want, but I know that he used to stock it.
How
Gotcha.
much would it be for your cookies then?
He would rub his hands on his shirt and then puts his fist in his sides. It's like looking up at us. Well, Dad, how much are you looking to buy?
All of them. That batch right there.
He raises his brow. The entire batch.
They're your cookies. They're legendary.
Well, for you, Dad, I'd say 1,500.
God damn, your cookies are fine. This is why we have diplomacy.
That's not worth 1,500. Don't
This
do
is
it.
how it works. This is not how...
If only like in the past we saved his life or something like that.
Yeah, that's what we're going with. Can't you cut your own father and his friends discount? They help
How
save
many
lives.
how many cookies will that batch bring?
A baker's dozen.
13?
I got 12.
He counts
Baker's
his fingers.
dozen is 13.
Counts his fingers. He's like, no, 14. My baker's dozen. It's a family thing. He looks a little
Fair
flustered.
enough.
He looks a little flustered.
Fair enough. I can help with the cost.
Kitty, you just rolling in dough.
Oh, you actually rolled the diplomacy. He crosses his arms, thinks about it, shifts his weight off a foot to another foot, and brings his hand running his hand through the back of his hair. It's like, fine. How about 8?
You know how to spoil me. And then I give him the 800. So glad I didn't buy anything at the start.
Alright. Well, you can wait around. They'll be done in about 4 hours.
She nods and she nods and then heads back to.
As you do that, you see a little black bug starting to climb up on the wall. Oh, can you kill that for me?
I'll kill it. How big is a bug?
Cockroach.
Cockroach. Whack it with my paw.
Ah, good. Nice fresh protein. He's asked you to hand it to him.
I take my paw from this and put it out towards him, palm up.
As he peels it off your paw and puts it into the batter and starts stirring it up.
I'm freaking eating, and it's so disgusting.
Her ears kind of like
Disgusting.
one ear flattens and the other one's pinned forward, and she's very confused.
Oh. But yeah, you give me about 4 hours. They should be done.
She nods and says, "Thank you."
He waves as not looking at you. He's like, yeah. As you guys move out to the other room, Darren, I don't believe you actually left, so they come out back to you.
So,
I didn't
what's
buy
the plan?
In about 4 hours, we can trade cookies, potentially, and get black powder.
Some cookies.
Some cookies.
Some cookies.
And get blasting powder. I'm sorry, I keep saying black powder, and this is the wrong campaign for that.
It's the same thing. It's black blasting powder.
Okay.
She sits down at wherever we're sitting and says, "There's this guy Lemmy that Juan knows that at one point sold blasting powder because the Lancaster Trading Goods Emporium at Eagle Point are a bunch of pricks who double the cost of whatever they're trying to sell.
I was
And
thinking
that's
we'd just go there.
ingredients for cookies."
I was thinking we'd just go there, say, I bet I can break into your security, and explain how. And, as a little reward to Chuck's bag. I just take it.
I don't think that's a good idea, simply because we're already not in good standings with this city,
Well,
just for who we are.
we.
As he just gives you a face.
Well, yeah, we.
I was thinking, like, we go there, we, say, offer to bolster their security, make sure the thefts that are, like, plaguing them don't happen anymore.
But,
Return for
Dora,
payment.
what happens if it doesn't work?
And we go to Lemmy. Plan A, plan B.
As you guys hear yelling out, it's like, "To the room to the right! I have an empty room where my ex-wife used to live. You can take a nap there if you like. I can wake you up."
Whoa, that's awfully kind of him. I stand up and walk to the room.
You open it, there's no decor or anything. It's just a bed with some
A
blankets on it.
giant spider ant above it, just looking at you.
Oh, I'm straight running.
With your so fast speed.
Kind of trot away awkwardly. I like to imagine
Next thing you know,
run
you
like
see
a cow
Kampachi
does.
running past all of you and just jumps in the bed.
I didn't get up, so.
So you run past Eli and jump into the bed.
I just kind of.
No, he can have the bed. I gotta stay here and talk to Juan more.
No, I'm just gonna find like a just like a wall that's it's not blocked off by any furniture or anything, and just lean up against it, or like lay it up against it.
That works. The room's not furnished, just with the bed.
Okay. And lay up against the wall.
Alright. And the three of you are still at the table.
Yeah.
What time is it, by the way?
It's getting close to around 8
AM or PM?
PM.
Yeah.
I was a little questionable about this. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's very late.
Well, I've had a lot of unintentional naps, so I think I'm good right now.
Still won't help with fatigue.
Technically. But I also want to stay up and talk to Juan about my missions.
There was a couch?
No,
No?
there's a bed and blankets.
Not in the guest room. I mean, like in the actual house.
No, there's not a couch. This is a store, and he just has a room.
Oh.
Ew.
You guys are at tape.
There's a fireplace, though, but he's working at the fireplace thing.
Correct.
So nobody's in the bed?
Nobody's in the bed.
I go curl up in a little ball, as a cat would.
In the bed?
Well, towards the corner of the bed, so should somebody else... Is it a big bed?
It is a average sized bed for us, big bed for crag dwellers.
Okay, yeah. I would be like, pillow, like, I'm trying to stay to the top of the bed. Not for any reason other than the fact that I curl up into a ball to sleep and put my arrow, my bow, and quiver against the wall by the top of the bed.
Alright, so that leaves Kimpachi and Darren awake still.
I'd stay awake for like the 4 hours.
And I would talk to you. Yeah, we gotta player talks. I would talk to you about if you know anything about the Dragon Lords from your past. Your what's it called? I guess your ancestry would be the better word.
No, not really. Been alone most of my life. Kind of wandering.
And I would offer to give you more knowledge and
Well, you don't have to
On
say
that
you
if you're-
offer, just say it in character.
oh, I'm sorry, it's a force of habit. It is. Would you like to know more about your ancestors?
Yeah, I'm always happy for a history lesson. Especially about dragons. Kind of like pull out my dragon stone, fiddle with it a little bit. You know anything about this?
Well, that's about a mistake our ancestors did.
Our ancestors? You mean humans?
You're human now?
You're not?
No. I got confused with the words.
The big reveal.
Big reveal.
Those kind of like look at you confused, like. Did you just fuck up a sentence, or? Like, none of this is in character, I'm just like giving you a confused look.
Oh no, I'm talking about way back when the Dragon Knights were created. humans forcibly forced the dragons out. So they had every right. They were cruel and vicious at that time. It's not until now when now 4 Dragon Lords, they have realized their mistakes and that their cruelty was not for the best.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go on. You say there are 4 Dragon Lords alive currently?
There was 3, but someone from this world freed one of the captured ones. And since his arrival, he's managed to convince the other lords that that we should be living more in peace, and that what the Madikaris were, and that we're just made a mistake. We need to unite the 2 races back to what they originally were. Huh?
Human and dragon, Manakati and human, Manakati and dragon.
And in the actual race line, the Madikati is a byproduct of the Dragon Knights creations. The Dragon Knights were created to get rid of the dragons from the mortal realm, and the Manakatis are the spawn of the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, I know all Manakati descend from them, but... So, by the way, everything I'm saying is in character. So, no.
And then repeat it again.
So, everything I've just said is in character. Me as a player, I'm aware of most of this, but...
Yeah.
Darren is not. Well, he's young for a dragon.
Yeah.
So Darren's giving you confused looks, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just go more into detail about it, about how Manakatis were created, and then just the general history lesson.
So 4 hours go by with this continual conversation with you actually having Kenpachi, for all you know, still human, give you all this information about things that are much, much older than normal beings in this plane. After the 4 hours exceeds past that, you have a moment of clarity of really absorbing all that as you look at Kenpachi and ponder what you've just been told. And ponder more about Kenpachi himself.
Yeah. Like, probably the entire time he's been talking, I've just been kind of spinning my dragonstone on the table. But, yeah. I didn't question him on much. I'll also probing questions into like dragon history and lore and shit like that, but didn't question him personally.
So after 4 hours have passed by, the sweet aroma of baked cookies start to fill up this house and store, basically. As actually it's enough to turn heads. It actually smells quite heavenly. Enough to even rouse light sleepers from their sleep.
Ooh. Well, Argyle. Well, that was a nice sleep. Stand up. Walk over to the way the smell is. Smells nice.
Soliana's tail twitches a couple of times as he's stretching. And she comes out of the room with like a grumpy face, but still of her own volition, she leaves the room. Her tail's got an irritated twitch going on because she likes sleep.
It's about midnight now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ow.
So as you guys all come to the room, he being Juan, pulls over the corner with this large plate of what looks like an oatmeal raisin.
Mm-hmm.
That smells more like a chocolate chip brownie kind of cookie, but looks like it. That looks like the oatmeal raisin. All right, dig in.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Just one. We gotta save the rest for other adventures.
Yeah, I snap one in half and eat half of it.
You get the lucky one with the cockroach.
Nice. Plus
It
5
still
protein.
moves.
But Kampachi, it smells so good.
Well, yeah, they're cookies.
Can I just
What kind of
have
cookie
one?
would smell horrible?
Well, I want to eat all of it.
No, just one. One. You'll ruin your appetite before dinner.
Oh, all right. Eli just takes a cookie and snap it in half and just eat it.
All right.
I'm not going to grab a cookie because he said we have to save them. And I'll instead reach for a ration pack in my pack.
I kind of frown at you and pass it the other half of mine. Try them, they're nice.
It's not like this is a replacement for food. It's just.
It's a cookie. It's a treat.
And she'll snap her half in half and toss the other half at Eli because he wanted more cookies.
I try to catch it with my mouth, you know?
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
You
Roll
Give me a
slack
skill check. Give me a skill check.
just flat skill.
Yeah.
So D10 plus your skill. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I had a cat brush against my leg. I would go back and forth. I'd nibble on the cookie a little bit and then eat ration pack, nibble on the cookie, eat the ration pack.
Alright, so after 10 minutes or so, he comes back in after washing up and whatnot. Also, everyone that ate a cookie feels immediately rejuvenated as you heal all your energy back, and over the time after eating the cookie, all your health back as well.
Good.
So, Juan walks the corner and is like, what'd you think?
They're just as good as ever.
It's amazing.
Very, very lovely. Thank you.
They don't call me the best baker for nothing, he says, just picking up his shirt over its belly and just giving off a hearty.
She would lean into him real quick and she'd say, I noticed you were spitting in the cookie batter, and then Stonebreaker spit on you and Kenpachi earlier.
Yeah.
What's with the spit?
Oh. It's a sign of good luck from Grom, god of the earth.
I see.
Yeah.
What's with the spit?
Oh. It's a sign of good luck from Grom, god of the earth.
I see.
What we take, we give back.
You essentially got blessed by spit.
We ate blessings.
I've seen it spit heal people before, so.
It's an amazing thing.
Soliana would stretch and say, well, Middle of the night now.
You feel the most alive.
Eli. Oh.
You're starting to get pepper and hyper.
I almost feel awful suggesting this. And then she looks over to Juan and say, what all is open this late?
Well, the Wang doesn't close, but other than that, I'm pretty sure you can find some local haunts in Lower Town.
Don't do it.
There's also the ring.
It's too late to go see Lemmy, because that would be rude to go to somebody's house unannounced and in the middle of the night. And
We can just rest up until we do it in the morning, the next day.
Well, if you're that
But
looking for
what's this-
some nightlife, you should send the big guy. He throws a thumb pointing over at Eli. You could throw him into the ring. He'd give off a good show.
Is this like a fighting pit?
Aye.
The gambling in there?
Oh no.
He raises his hand, both his hands, like, eh. I'll teach and say it shouldn't, but our pride says the exact opposite.
I can't nod with him.
Soliana shrugs and says, well, I was gonna say, back to the Emerald Wang, you guys can drink more if you'd want. But whatever you guys want to do.
I suggest we should sleep in and rest up a bit, and then go out.
But the funny part is, just out of character, we're hyper now. That's the cookie. We are hyper.
Oh, I thought it was only you.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
No, I had a quarter of a cookie. You had a cookie and a quarter.
No, I have a
A cookie and a quarter.
basic. Okay, yeah, you're right. I have a cookie and a quarter.
So we are hyper. There is no sleep in our future.
All right. Oh, I feel great actually. Maybe we should go to the ring.
I look at Ken and say, what about you, odd man? Reckon you can handle a night in the town?
Again?
Well, we drank during the day.
I got my own keg.
Didn't you get it refilled too with the good stuff?
No.
Oh.
I just got random free drinks. They did drinking challenges.
So as you pull your keg over and look at it, you realize that the knob part of it looks to have been removed.
Oh no! Why do you gotta do that?
I didn't drink that many drinks.
That's so messed up. You can't take a man's beer away.
As you look at it that's removed, you then move to pick it up, and it feels like there's something bouncing around on the inside of it.
Oh no.
Oh.
So we take a peek at it. I look through the keg hole.
As you look inside the keg hole, your face, your emotions on your face just like sink as you just look back up at them, and we go on our last break.
Oh.
You have a spider ant hanging from your jugular.
Guess who
Yes.
has a new pet?
No, see, I was sitting here thinking that it's the tap that hangs off of the keg that got pushed inside.
Oh. That's what I was thinking too. Exactly that's what I was thinking too. I was like, wait a minute. There's just something
I thought he just
inside.
said I'm going to pick that up.
Don't forget to add your EXP, guys. And
I
make sure
did.
you keep
Good
track
lord.
of your durability and weapon EXP.
I
Yep.
got none of it.
I hit twice and got 2 XP.
But, yep, we're going to be back after a 10-minute break, so stick around. We'll be here. Thanks for watching.